When I got here earlier, the room wasn't quite so full, so I wondered if it was the liquid sunshine that we're having today. But in any event, we decided this party is going on this evening. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2014 Atlanta Business League Board Installation Ceremony. When I stood here to address you last year, I made promises. I told you about plans that involve change, and I explained my vision to you for the Atlanta Business League, leaving no room for mixed messages or fuzzy logic. Well, I'm here today to tell you that I'm very excited. Excited because I can give you a good report, a very positive report about my first year endeavors as your board chair. But you know, I can't do that without first thanking the people who helped make incredible things happen. I've served on many corporate boards, but none have so many people who give just as much of their time, their resources to this organization as they do to their paying jobs. And I want to thank the board collectively before I do anything else. The full board can remain seated, but will our 2014 vice chairs and our vice chairs and executive board members please stand as I call your name. Egbert Perry is our co-chair. He's not here today. Daryl Griffin, our secretary. Erica Qualls, our assistant secretary. Treasurer Lonnie Sabor. Cynthia Day, our assistant treasurer, is not here. Please give them a round of applause. This is our executive committee. And now will the ABL vice chairs please stand as I call your name. Business Development Committee, Felicia Lewis and Brandon Riddick Seals. Membership is Tiffany Carroll, J.C. Burton, and Willie Watkins. Public Policy, Gerard Jordan and Joseph Hudson. Public Relations, Lolita Browning and Alexis Davis Smith. Education is Rakia Eady and Ed Hartley. Fund Development is being chaired by Dennis Boyden and Candy Moore. Finance Committee, Lonnie Sabor and Cynthia Day. We have our Bridge Vice Chair, Charmaine Ward, Michael Griffin and Nicholas Goins and Amber Saunders. Finance Committee, we already did that one. We also have a new committee, the ABL Theater Project, being chaired by Milton Jones and Bill Picard. Technology is Layron Walker, and we have another newly created committee that is also headed by Tiffany Carroll, and that is our Board Development Committee. Again, if you would please give them all a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you very much. As you all know, 2013 was a very important year for our organization. We celebrated a milestone anniversary at the end of the year, the gala, the video telling us about ABL history, and the people who were our awardee guests all helped make November 19th an outstanding success. Now, please allow me time to show appreciation to the anniversary committee who created a night of fun and fellowship. It was so memorable that people are still talking about that anniversary today. And if you would, our 80th anniversary committee, would you please stand? Erica Qualls, Dennis Boyden, and Milton Jones. And I personally want to thank you again for a job well done. Now, ABL wasn't the only organization that celebrated an important anniversary, because all throughout last year, there were 50-year tributes commemorating such important events as the March on Washington and the passage of the Voting Rights Act. But one of the unfortunate things those celebrations had in common was the average age of those who participated. And a lot of good organizations run a short course of existence because they don't pass the torch. Now, ABL is not going to be one of them. Last year, we began a new initiative called The Bridge. It's open to entrepreneurs younger than 40. Nicholas Goings and Michael Griffin co-chaired this group of young professionals. See, these guys get it. One of their meetings was a screening for the movie Fruitvale Station. They had 200 seats and got 500 requests to attend. This year, their goal is to pair young professionals who have gotten started in specific careers with seasoned veterans. That first pairing meeting takes place in April. Those who participate will be a part of the program for 6 months. And we'll tell you about how to get applications for both mentors and mentees in the next few weeks. And at that time, younger potential participants and their experienced counterparts will get together to fire ideas and concepts back and forth among each other. Now that could be a start to something spectacular, would you say? And I can't tell you how many times I've said to myself, if I knew then what I know now. Well, this program will help make that possible for a very fortunate group of young people. And there are also other ABL events that left big impressions upon people as well. A member suggestion turned into a program we now call Tuesday Talks with ABL CEOs. I view it as another arounding success in 2013. Tuesday Talks gave the ABL membership a chance to interact with and hear the personal stories of well-known executives. Not everybody can call and schedule an appointment with the Greg Baranko of Mercedes-Benz of Buckhead, Curly Dossman, the president of the Georgia Pacific Foundation, Lewis Miller, the GM and CEO of Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport, or William Pate, the president of the Atlanta Conventions and Visitors Bureaus, and John Eves, the commissioner, the chair of Fulton County Commissioners, or any of the other top 20 professionals who participated in this program. But the Tuesday Talk with ABL CEOs allowed our members to have access to them. Each meeting lasted for about 90 minutes, and a maximum of 10 people attended, and that allowed them to create create an atmosphere of vibrance and intimacy for their discussion. And this program, this is a program that builds stronger network alliances between ABL members and Metro Atlanta decision makers. I know of a few other arenas where individuals are given the chance to engage leaders of their caliber, or where the leaders get the chance to just sit and discuss ideas. Some talk about their work histories, others answer questions, but the whole feel of the program allowed people to develop a closeness that all of us good business people know leads to great relationships. And nobody does business with someone unless they have some kind of relationship. And I'm sure many of you in this room have experienced some of the same things. We also planned and executed ideas that consolidated some of ABL's signature programs. We didn't drop anything because we know that every event serves a need. But we did combine two of them. So now the Women of Vision Breakfast kicks off Super Tuesday. It's a natural fit to a program that people have looked forward to attending for nearly 30 years. Since we're talking about programming, we need to tell you about the change of the format for the monthly membership meetings once known as the Business Power Forum. The objective was to hold our meetings in different locations around the Metro Atlanta area. And this gave members a chance to learn about various business opportunities with specific companies. And in 2013, Those meetings took place in places such as the Atlanta Metropolitan College, the AGL Resources, and Grady Hospital. This allowed Atlanta Business League to become more visible, and we also get a chance to use our strategic alliances more effectively. This year, we are planning to hold our bi-monthly membership gatherings in even more locations. One of them may even be in Henry County, with an invitation already extended from new member and Board Commissioner Bruce Holmes. The topic of having ABL members in another county brings me to my next subject, which is still a work in progress. There are 15 counties in Metro Atlanta. The ABL has a core membership in Fulton County, but I want to see an increase in the people who work in DeKalb, Henry, Clayton, and other counties around the metro area to join the Atlanta Business League. We're continuously reaching out to these areas in several ways. For example, in 2013, we hosted our 6th annual Congress on Black Business at the Allen Institute, Entrepreneur Institute in Lithonia. So that shows that we are indeed reaching out. And of course, not every objective that we set for last year was accomplished. So these goals are on my agenda for the next part of my term. The ABL still needs to update the technological part of its billing and registration systems. It's something I wanted to do to complete in my first term. That didn't happen, and it's still a work in progress. Something else that will take more time is finding a way to effectively use the part of the ABL property that was once known as the movie theater. As many of you know, our organization had no mortgage debt thanks to an absolutely miraculous 2-hour pledge drive in 2012. It met a benchmark set by Delta Airlines, which in turn let us burn the $350,000 mortgage deed. I was waiting for that. Now we have to make use of that space. Again, nothing built well is built fast. And before I step down, I hope to start that RFP process for the planning, designing, and construction of that unused area based on the needs of the Atlanta Business League and its members. We've taken the first step in that process and developed a committee to research those issues. I'm even more excited about this organization now than I was when I first took the oath of office in 2013. And one key reason for that is people. ABL has some truly dedicated leaders on its board. So please allow me to end my speech the way that I started, by recognizing others. Please applaud the following people, and unfortunately, the names I'm about to call I haven't seen come in, which are our 2013 board members whose terms have expired. Lee Thomas, Terrell Whitley, Gay Wilson. Well, let's congratulate them anyway for the dedicated services that they shared with ABL during their administration. We've had a wonderful experience working with them, and we certainly hope that the same is true in the future. It has been my pleasure to work with all of you. And, you know, I wasn't going to do this because everybody knows me as a really, really serious person. And because these guys didn't show up today, I had a song for you because I knew they would be here. I was going to have my opportunity to sing "A Change Is Gonna Come." Now that concludes my list of 2014. That concludes my list of objectives for 2014 and the accomplishments of 2013. Thank you so much for supporting the Atlanta Business League. There's no way we could have accomplished these things without each of you.